So Monica can start, right, Monica? It's like Monica. So a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen, excellencies. I would like to welcome you all to our launching event of our Women Digital Entrepreneurs Program that we work together with the Harpswell Foundation, together with the Woomentum and the Asian Vision Institute. And it is our great honor to have His Excellency Mr. Suryara, which is the Director General of the Asian Cultural Council and also Member of Parliament from Prabhupada Province to give us a special address this morning. So that is our great honor to have you here with us, Excellency. So please, the floor is yours.
សូមជម្រាបសួរប្រិយមិត្តទាំងអស់នៅក្នុងកម្មវិធីស្ត្រីនៅក្នុងសម័យ digital ហើយខ្ញុំនឹងធ្វើបទបង្ហាញរបស់ខ្ញុំជាភាសាអង់គ្លេសដោយសារមិត្តរបស់យើងនៅទីនេះជាជនបរទេសផង Very good morning everyone and Professor Alan and Madam Alison and everyone here today. Thank you very much. It is my pleasure to be part of this meaningful journey. Big congratulations to Woomentum, Harpswell Foundation, and the Asian Vision Institute who are working together to bring into being an important program, Women Digital Leaders. The disastrous COVID-19 pandemic does not prevent us from working together. In time of crisis and difficulty, humankind trying to get closer and more united. Our love prevails, partnership and cooperation prospers. Amid the unfolding pandemic crisis, it is critical for Cambodians from all walks of life to stand shoulder to shoulders to fight against the pandemic together. Throughout history, we could overcome crisis and tragedy and bounce back stronger because of our national soul and resilient endures. And this time, it will prove again. Remember that we could manage to slowly emerge from the ash of war and conflict. We have reconstructed and built our nation together. This thanks to our resilience and resolve as one nation to set light for the future generation to come. The generation before us have sacrificed for us. We, these generations, have moral responsibility to create opportunity for the young generations. The futures must be always better than the present and the past. I am hopeful to remain hopeful that our young generation will have a better opportunity. But we need to have a right thinking and approach to reform the system so that idea and creativity could blossom. Investing in women, I believe, is the most impactful investment at the family, community, national, and international level. If there is any light at the end of the tunnel of this pandemic crisis and economic recession, women will carry the torch leading us through such difficult times. I myself has seen this when I was infected by the COVID-19. My wife played an instrumental role in managing the family and sustaining normal livelihood of my family. And she is resilient and she empowered me to be resilient. Our social economy has been hit hard by the COVID-19. Last year, Cambodia registered its contraction of 3.1%, the lowest performance in 4 decades. This year, we hope to see positive growth of about 4%. In this connection, women entrepreneur in particular will be a new driver or engine for our economic recovery and promotion of our social resilience. Taking this opportunity, I call up national and international donor community to invest more resources in capacity building of women entrepreneurs, including digital entrepreneurship and leadership skill. I am looking forward to witnessing the impact to be generated by the program over the years. This program is definitely part of our collective effort to build a better futures for Cambodian, especially Cambodian women. I wish the Women Digital Leaders Program a great success. I wish all of you a good health, stay safe and healthy. Thank you very much. Akun Jan, so Akun.
I guess it's my turn to talk now. And I'm Alan Lightman. I'm the founder of an NGO called the Harpswell Foundation, which is partnering with the Asian Vision Institute for this new enterprise, Women Digital Entrepreneurship. And I wanted to start by telling you a little bit about the Harpswell Foundation. It was started about 15 years ago. Our mission is to help give young women in Southeast Asia leadership skills, education, and a supportive network. We envision a new generation of women leaders who create and inspire positive social change. Harpswell has two programs, one in Phnom Penh and one in Penang, Malaysia. In Cambodia, we operate two dormitory and leadership centers for young women while they're attending universities. Besides giving them free room and board, we offer in-house English classes, computers connected to the internet, leadership training, tools for civic engagement, and a number of courses to develop critical thinking skills, including analytical writing, debate, and analyses of national and international news. We also have resident fellows from around the world who act as mentors and role models and live with our students. We have about 75 current students and about 180 graduates of our program in Cambodia. Our graduates are working as lawyers, journalists, program directors of NGOs, businesswomen, government staff, and teachers. And our goal is that in 10 or 20 years, our graduates will be government ministers, heads of law firms and NGOs, and business entrepreneurs, among other things. Our second program, based in Penang, started in 2017, and it's called the Harpswell ASEAN Program for Women Leaders. It's a partnership between Harpswell and the University Sains Malaysia in Penang. That program is also for young women, a little bit older, ages 25 to 30, from all 10 countries of Southeast Asia. Each year, 2 participants from each of those countries comes to Penang, all expenses paid, for a 12-day program in leadership and critical thinking. Curriculum topics include critical thinking, debate, leadership skills, civic engagement, women's health, Southeast Asian government and society, gender studies, and communications and technology. Our trainers come from the Harpswell Foundation, the University Sains Malaysia, and universities and organizations from around the ASEAN nations. We now have about 75 graduates of this Harpswell ASEAN program. Harpswell's executive director, Alison Pavia, and I first met Vanarit several years ago when he began as a trainer in our Harpswell ASEAN program. About a year ago, Vanarit talked to Alison and me about the possibility of joining him in his new program, Women's Digital Entrepreneurship, along with Woomentum. We think that women's digital entrepreneurship is important for many reasons. Investment in the advancement of women and girls is widely recognized as critical to create sustainable development throughout the world. The recent UN Sustainable Development Goals state that, quote, providing women and girls with equal access to education, healthcare, decent work, and representation in political and economic decision-making will fuel sustainable economies and benefit societies and humanities at large, end quote. Studies by the World Bank and others show that investing in women is the best way to advance developing countries across a wide range of issues, just as His Excellency said a few minutes ago. Particularly important is helping women become entrepreneurs, and especially women who want to lift up their societies. Business entrepreneurs create jobs, they encourage innovation, and they can help initiate and develop social programs. Worldwide, there are more and more women entrepreneurs. There are about 600 million entrepreneurs in the world, and 43% of these are women. And furthermore, female entrepreneurship is increasing at a faster rate than male entrepreneurship. Most of that increases in the last 20 years. However, male entrepreneurs still earn much more than female entrepreneurs. Nearly 90% of women-owned businesses generate less than $100,000 per year. So women need to catch up in terms of money. Also, there are very few women at the top levels of businesses. Only 7% of the CEOs of the 500 largest companies in the US are women, and worldwide, only 29% of senior management is women. So we need to increase the number of women entrepreneurs at the higher levels. We also need to give them the tools to succeed. And in today's world, those tools include access to digital technology, skills with digital technology, and knowledge of the digital world. For too long, men have dominated the world of business, just as they have dominated almost every other human activity. Too often, we have wasted the talents and abilities of women. Let's help change that. WDE will be a platform for accomplishing that change. We'll start small and then get big. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Alan, for your in-depth perspective, and His Excellency Suryara for your insightful speech. Next, I would like to invite Ms. Suchita, the Southeast Asia Director of Woomentum, to deliver her speech. Dear Ms. Suchita, the floor is yours.
Yes, Excellency Yara and Professor Alan, and also Dr. Wanarat and Molika and Alison. And yeah, actually, I would like to speak in Khmer, but because we have our panelists here two from US, so then I hope that our audiences can catch up what we are talking about today, because if we talk about digital, there is no border, and then also language also has no border as well. So I hope that for our launching event, we can understand each other, and then our audiences can get what we are delivering to them today. And first of all, I would like to say thank you to ABI that they can host these events And then today, I would like to have 3 things in my speech. So first of all, I would like to recall why this program is set up. And the second point I would like to highlight is about history of Woomentum, how Woomentum is established. And the third ones I would like to mention about what women entrepreneurs as a whole are facing their issues, especially during COVID-19. So these are the 3 points I would like to highlight in this in my speech. Yeah. So starting from my first point, actually, I would like to take this opportunity to thank very much to Madame Milia, and also my founder, Mona Arore. Both of them now based in, they are now in Singapore. And also Bong Wanarat, that first of all, they met in Singapore and they talk about what can we do, especially for women entrepreneurship in our own country, and then we can broaden our program to Asia, I mean in the region. So then they have a discussion first start in Singapore, and then we found that okay, like Dr. like Excellency Yara or Professor Alan just mentioned, there are many challenges, there are many opportunities flying around. So what can we do? So that's why I do appreciate the initiative of this program, especially to Madame Milia and also Mona. Even they are now not physically in our Zoom meetings, but I think they are in the online to watch our discussions. And going to my second point about Woomentum. So Woomentum actually was found by a woman named Mona Aresi. Actually is a civil engineer, and she's from Tunisia. And then she got to Singapore with her German husband. So being a woman with a child, and then in a new country, so she at the time faces many issues, and then she found this social enterprise called Woomentum in 2014. So Woomentum actually is a network that provides first startup businesses, especially run by women, to have a space to share their concern, to find expertise, to link them up to funding sources in order to grow their businesses in the country as well as in the regions. At the moment, Woomentum Network, we have many women members from over 45 countries in 5 continents. So we hope that we can grow more number of women in our community. But at this stage, I would like to mention that not all in our platform, we also welcome men, and we also welcome different nationality in our platform, because we believe in inclusive diversity. So then in our platform, we have also men and women entrepreneurs in our network. And taking this opportunity, I would like to have a special thanks to Alan and Dr. Wanrat and Excellency Yara, because you are men and then you support women. So yeah, when I have a lot of experiences when we talk about women program, when we talk about gender, so they all send women to the forum, they all send women to the meeting, because they say that, okay, woman, so it's your issue, it's your concern, so it's your community, just go and then discuss among yourself. But in reality, it's something different in our platform, as today can be the witness of our joint hands to work together. So I'm so glad that I have 3 men in our room today. And then I hope that more men to come to our program, to our activity, so then we can grow together. Yeah, so then my third point, why this program is set up, because as you already know, in Cambodia, we have, if we look at the percentage of our population, we have 51% of our populations are women. And then when we look at the women, when we look at small, medium enterprises, that they are the backbone of our economy. So then 65% of women in the SME enterprises. So then when we look at the statistic itself, we can say that women take active role, not just only at household, but also in our economic development. And then when the COVID came to our country, or even around the globe, women, their number of research have been conducted and shown that more women affected from COVID-19 than men, because when we talk about digital, when we talk about leadership, because when COVID came, so then the businesses are changing, the way of working are changing, like we are doing our Zoom call today. So then how many women and girls can get this equal opportunity when we look at the digital literacy, when we look at the opportunity, internet connection in the country or outside of the country, especially when we look at women and girls in the city and rural area, there's some gap. That's why we believe that if we can use our program, that we can connect rural women, rural girl, women in Cambodia, women in Singapore, women in US, or women in other part of the world can be united and then work more. And then we also want to get a strong support from our main partner, like three of you that have your present here. So I'm so glad that this program is happening, and then we have a strong support from men, and we have a strong founding organization. At the end of my speech today, I hope that our program will go smoothly, and hope that we all still can give more positive impact to our society. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Suchita, for your inspiring and meaningful speech. Last but not the least, we have Dr. Wanaret, the president of ABI, to deliver his speech. Dear Dr. Wanaret, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Molika. Taking this opportunity, allow me to thank our distinguished speakers and panelists today. Excellency Suhyara, you share with us your inspiring story when you were infected by the COVID-19 and the role of your wife in supporting the family. That was inspiring. And you mentioned that your wife empowered you to be resilient, which is true. I think in many cases, including my family, my wife empowered me to be resilient. So I think that the COVID-19, the crisis really demonstrate the resilience of women leadership in going through all these difficulties and hardship. So that we need to send our huge gratitude to women leaders, women in general, everywhere, in Cambodia and other countries as well, for their resilience, for their leadership, for their caring for us and for the family and for the societies. So a bit history of this Women Digital Leaders Program. Frankly, I was very much inspired by Professor Alan Lyman when he heard a story of him of creating the Harpswell Foundation. I would like you, I encourage you to listen to his story, and perhaps you can go to the website of Harpswell Foundation to understand the story, why he decided to form the Harpswell Foundation as a women dormitories for women students from the underprivileged family from Cambodia who are talented, who have capacity to study at the University in Phnom Penh. I think most of them very successful women now. This is the source inspiration, and we decided to form this Women Digital Entrepreneurs Program. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank several individuals here, especially Miss Mali Kyo Mali, who connected us with the Woomentum, and especially Suchita and Mona to team up together. So we have 3 institutions working together to form this Women Entrepreneurs Program. It has been a lengthy process of dialogue and consultation, about 1 year. Now today we started to launch our program because we find it compelling, even imperative, to promote the digital leadership and entrepreneurship for women entrepreneurs in particular. Because of the COVID-19, we seeing the speed of digital transformation, but digital transformation is not inclusive. Only those who could get access to technology, could get access to internet, then they could thrive through this COVID-19. But how about those who do not have access to technology, those who do not have access to internet? They are further left behind. So the COVID-19 really exacerbates inequalities, socio-economic inequalities within the societies. And of course, women, especially in rural areas and in informal economic sectors or small medium enterprises, they are marginalized because they don't have resources in order to upgrade or to modernize their businesses, to stay connected online, to digitalize their businesses. So that is the challenge that women entrepreneurs are facing around the world. So this is the initiative that we try to assist women entrepreneurs in the digitalizations by giving them a certain skill, basic skills, such as online registration, digital marketing, e-payment, and so on. So how can they use digital online platforms to accelerate their business? So that is the key objective. And second is we try to create this ecosystem network of support among women and men that could offer each other, reinforce each other, support to grow together, because we believe in the power of connectivity, the power of networks. So a network entrepreneurs will be more resilient in this context of uncertainties and difficulties. So that something that we hope to see over the years, to form an ecosystem, a strong, resilient network among entrepreneurs to help each other to in the process of digitalization. And the third point, of course, it is a process, and we will have a monthly dialogue, a women leadership dialogue, women entrepreneurship dialogue. So that is a monthly dialogue, and I hope you will join our dialogue. So tomorrow will be our first monthly dialogue, moderated by Ms. Suchita, when our speakers from the Ministry of Commerce and the Asian Development Bank. So that is our first dialogues, and please join us. So next month we will have another dialogue focusing on specific topics. So tomorrow we're focusing on women leadership during the difficult times, looking at the this kind of a proverb of crossing the river by feeling the stones. So of course, all of us, when we cross the river, we will feel the stone. We will face challenges. We will face difficulties, right? But if we work together, then we could overcome the challenges and difficulties together. So that is the topic for tomorrow. And so every month from this year, from this month, from next month, we will have a monthly dialogue. And starting from next year, we will start our training program, which has 2 levels. First level for the young entrepreneurs, the beginners, and the second level is for kind of a medium level, a mid-career kind of mid-career entrepreneurs. So that's 2 levels, and I hope that some of you will apply to join our training programs, and of course we try to assist you in ways that we can in order to support your business and your future development. So I would like to end my short remarks here, and thank you very much for your support, especially joining us online on Facebook Live. And of course, by being part of this program, you already showed us your support. I'm very grateful for that, and thank you all for your support to our Women Digital Entrepreneurs Program. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Wanarat, for your detailed and precise standpoint. Before we move to the next agenda, I would like to give a short recap regarding our program, Women Digital Entrepreneurship. So Women Digital Entrepreneurship is a joint program initiated by Woomentum, the Harpswell Foundation, and the Asean Vision Institute. We aim to empower women digital entrepreneurship, business, and social skill via policy dialogue, training, research, and publication. In this 2021, our program will kickstart with the policy dialogue, which will be participated by women entrepreneurs, policy and change maker on various topics such as women entrepreneurship, women leadership, digital transformation, gender equality, and sustainable development. The dialogue will be conducted monthly via Zoom and live streamed on the Facebook page of ABIs and WDE. You can find the links to the WDE Facebook page in the description of this video. Therefore, please follow our Facebook page to stay tuned with our program. So as mentioned earlier by Dr. Wanarat, that next year we will continue with our training program. So I would like to ask Bong Sujita, who's in charge of the training program, to share with our audience what will be included in our training program. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Molika. I think talking about training program, because there are many programs managed by different stakeholders in Cambodia or outside of Cambodia, especially in response to COVID-19. And our program is not quite different from other, but we would like to have our unique points, especially we use digital skill. How can entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs can use digital skill to have their business, or they can use the digital skill to set up new business, because as you already know that currently there are many small or medium businesses or even big businesses are bankrupt at the moment. And then for next year's program, we also try to customize our program that different from others. Especially we would like to bring public sources of digital knowledge and digital software, and we will engage or invite experts from different sources, and then they can link or they can make assessment to our women businesses before we formulate our training program. So there will be step for step to formulate and design a training program, but stay tuned with our Facebook live, and then we will from a month to another, we will explain a little bit about our program, training program. And not just only our training program, actually our WDE, we have 3 main components. So one, like Dr. Wanrat just said, is about policy dialogue. And our aim, our goal is to build a woman think tank, and then we can have policy recommendation to public sector, to government, to other business association, or to other relevant stakeholders. So this is the goal of our policy dialogue. And then the second one is about capacity building, but the third one is about building women business network in Asia. So the last program is very important as well, because if we are alone, we can do little thing. But if we have more people, so then we can build more things. We can have more impactful result from our program. So this is the idea of setting up WDE. So there will be 3 action program in WDE, I can say. Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much, Bong Sujita, for sharing with us the detail of the training program. Next, I would like to ask Dr. Wandaret to share with the audience a little bit about the research and publication we will implement it in the 3rd year of the program. Thank you.
Thank you, Molika. Concerning the research and publication, we will use the case study approach to mainly based on our policy dialogues and our interview with women entrepreneurs. Mainly, we want to tell stories of the success as well as the failures of women entrepreneurs in Cambodia and across the regions. So we will aim to publish a research paper, kind of a commentary and also policy brief, so that we can further share our knowledge with the wider audience across the country and the region. So after each monthly dialogue, I and the team will try to draft a commentary article, a short commentary article based on what we discussed at each monthly dialogue. And of course, we will interview our participants of the program next year. And Harpswell Foundation has produced many leaders, women entrepreneurs and leaders. So we may need to interview them, some of them, and in order to make story. It's about the power telling story. I believe in the power telling stories. So so that will have impact on our society. So that is some of the brief thing on research and publication sector.
Thank you, Dr. Wandaret, for sharing with us regarding the research and publication of the program. Next, I would like to invite Dr. Alan, if you would like to give a short message, an inspiring message to motivate our young Cambodians to move on in the entrepreneurship sectors. Thank you.
When I started the Harpswell Foundation 15 years ago, it was much more concentrated towards academics. The sciences, law, history, Khmer literature, and I did not have a very high opinion of business. And I'm confessing that now. I thought that business people were just trying to make money for themselves. And over the course of the last 15 years, I have decided that I was wrong. I have seen businesses like Google and Apple really help the society if the leaders of those businesses have the right attitude, if they want to not only to make themselves rich, but they want to make their whole society rich. And business leaders have an opportunity to lift up their entire society. So my attitude about the importance of business has changed. I have become familiar with a number of business leaders in Cambodia, and some of them women. And I think that going into business is a very good career choice for a young woman who wants to help her society. And in fact, some of our Harpswell graduates have gone into business. One of them developed a business to help farmers fertilize their land by bringing worms to their land, which she's growing worms, and usually think of worms as being pretty dirty little creatures that wriggle around in the soil, but they actually fertilize the soil. It's a great example of using a business to help your society. I've met a lot of young women in Cambodia. Many of them have more courage than I do. They face much greater obstacles than I have, and I've seen them succeed. So I have a lot of confidence in the young women of Cambodia, and of course, not only Cambodia, but in other countries, but we're starting here in Cambodia. I think that, as a number of people have said this morning, that much of our future rests in the hands of women. They help the family, they help education of the children, they help with health care, they help with community building. They're often better than men at negotiating and compromising. And so I'm very inspired myself by the young women in Cambodia that I've met. And I have great confidence that they will help lead us into the future. And I encourage many of them to go into business as social entrepreneurs through business.
Thank you so much, Dr. Alan, for your meaningful message. We see that our program aims to empower women, but without men's support, we cannot succeed. So this is a very important standpoint. And last but not the least, I would like to invite His Excellency Yara to share your perspective a little bit more regarding the role of women in our society. So earlier you have mentioned that your wife have supported you during the difficult time of COVID-19. Could you elaborate more a little bit on this, and could you share with us like what are the government policy to empower women in Cambodian society nowadays? Thank you.
Thank you, Molika, and thank you, everyone. I enjoy listening to all your conversation and a very good and meaningful dialogue. And this is a good start. I know this program is just a beginning, but I'm happy with your program. Important thing is, of course, everything starts from family. So when your family has peace, and the society will enjoy the justice. So this is what our philosophy. When the family enjoy peace, the society will harness the justice. So this is what we like to have a deep understanding how women can serve the society, can serve the futures when they become a mother, they become a leaders, they become an entrepreneurs. So they are not just only locked in the house, but they have many other duties, women in leadership. And now you already applies a new technology, a digital technology, so how women can lead. I have many friends who start up their business with from scratch, from nothing, and now they become a multi-millionaires entrepreneurship. So this is good about a woman, but as long as you have an objective, as long as you have ambitious, I think government opened the door. And as a parliamentarian, we have adopted many laws related to the women right. And we encourage the women to also go in politics as well. So at this moment, you could see, if you compare to the previous term, the government and the parliament, we have many women member of parliament, many women in the government office, many women, and as a diplomat, all those of them, not just old, but even young leaders, young women, they are now in the politics. They are so brave, they are so courageous, they are the elite women, and most of the job they handle very successful. I could say I don't undervalue the man, but if you let the woman lead, sometimes the result is even much better than the man lead. So this we have to accept the fact. So I enjoy listening to your dialogue. I hope the program would be participated by many other young women in this country. And I hope that Woomentum or Harpswell Foundation, you could work in hand with our Asia Foundation. We have a great president, Dr. Ching Wanrut, who's my brother. He's brilliant, he's knowledgeable, and he has a great networking. So working together and aim for your success. Thank you.
Thank you, Excellency. Your message not only portrayed the importance of women's role in the society, but also the meaning of family, especially during the difficult time that we have to care and support for one another. Excellency, guest speaker, ladies and gentlemen, we now come to the end of the launching of Women Digital Entrepreneurship Program. Therefore, I would like to invite Excellency, honorable guest, for a group photo. Please stay still and smile. 1, 2, 3, smile. Thank you. Before I close our event, I would like to express my sincere thanks for your attention and priceless participation in our event this morning. I wish you all good luck and stay safe. Thank you and goodbye.